Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through the West Coast versus Port Adelaide game, going through how West Coast actually got their first win in their 11th game or 12th game or something like that. It was a really weird game. I mean, I made the wrong fantasy decision of going for Phillips. I know some people on Twitter have been saying, don't worry, it's not necessarily over. Yes, there will be. I probably will have to go for an option that's sort of outlandish and getting rid of one of my good players just so that I can get some two better players. As in, some options I've thrown up are getting rid of Carney for a 600k defender, maybe getting rid of like a Riddell or something like that for $1 million $1 million midfielder, and then getting a Ruckman upgrade. But we'll see what happens there. Obviously it's not over yet with what I've done, but it's going to be pretty hard to get to the likes of Moffat and other top tier Ruckman or forwards that I'm really struggling to get to. But at least I'm happy with the way that my midfield pretty much looks at the moment, having Garner, Marinoff, Riddell getting in, most likely Parker, and having Whitford, who seems to have returned to a little bit of form, and playing Richmond, she should do better. But anyway, before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the video. So as you can see here, McCarthy 96, she was really good for the West Coast Eagles. 2 goals, 1, 22 touches, 4 and 3, and if we actually look at McCarthy here, she is classified as a midfielder, which sort of sucks because that takes away any of her sort of usability, I would say. Swanson 92, seems like she's just sort of gotten into that norm of 90s. I want to say she's averaging 91, 92 for the year. If we look here, 93 for the year here. So yeah, she sort of settled into that normality. Lewis 83, and if I remember correctly, I should just do this because I'll be able to not have to search them up. Lewis is a midfielder, Thomas is a defender. Yeah, really happy that I held her now because she is just on fire. Wake for the Ruckman went up 290k on the year, 157 on the season. So yeah, she's done really well, and I mean, she will gain cash quickly because she's playing GWS, and GWS have the likes of Davies, who gives away so many free kicks, so she'll actually gain some cash there. So you could actually try that with Schultz going down to Wakefer, as Wakefer will gain cash. That is a play that I could do, as she is the number 1 Ruckman at West Coast Eagles, and against GWS it seems like the Ruckman do really well. Again, Schultz hasn't played them. Moffat did 90 against them, and I'll check the other girls' stats, maybe because that could be a way that I could gain 200k and get the likes of Phillips back up to someone decent if I can gain some cash there. But we'll see on that player. Then you have so we talked about Thomas, talked about Wakefer, Smith here. 76, Hooker 66, so Hooker's not reliable in my opinion. She's going off and on sort of the last couple of weeks. Rowley, Roberts 63, probably time to look to move her on, but I just don't have the cash gen to do that, so the top players will move her on to Hall, Morrison. I think it's almost a toss-up between her and Malloy whether to get rid of them, but I think Malloy has better upside. So Roberts probably goes. If we look at the forwards here, not West Coast Eagles necessarily, but you've got Hoare, too good. Yeah, you've got sort of this top 4 echelon, and then you've got probably Malloy as your F5. Yeah, so I think Roberts or Malloy as F5 is sort of the go, but at the moment Roberts is actually my F3 and Malloy's F4, so I'm sort of struggling a little bit there. Then we move down, Bartlett, Gibson, Davison, Wake for the defender, 34, so she's probably going to start to gain some cash sometime soon. Britton, Weston, Gooch, Smith, Hartel, and then we move on to Port Adelaide, and you see Dowrick starting to put together some performances here. If we go Dowrick, 1 million midfielder, so we sort of missed that rise from her. She gained 92k, it looks like, on the round, and 71 for the season, basically making up all that lost cash from the first couple rounds. Houghton 81, 2 goals, 2 there. Schultz 65, third best on the ground, and she just gave away 5 free kicks. She and Fleur Davies are free kick magnets for against, and if I scroll up you'll see it better. Yeah, she just gave away 5 free kicks. That's a -13 that she gave away basically in free kick differential, and that would get her up to a 78, which would be so much more feasible, and you'd probably almost keep her if she went up to a 78. But I mean, I'll look at options today and tomorrow to see if I can move her around to get a better option, because I do want Parker and I want a better. I mean, Berry has a good role in the Western Bulldogs midfield, it looks like. If I actually just duplicate this and then we can just do this. CBAs, have they been updated? I doubt that they'll have been updated for round 5. But if you look at round 4, you can see this, and I would like to see that trend continue, because if she has 75% CBA, she's going to be on for 80 each week, compared to Phillips, who really struggles a lot. As Berry, she scored 70 against Carlton, but 92 against this. She scored 70 against St Kilda, 92 against the Sun, so I think she's on for another big score this week if she can do it. Against Carlton should be very similar, to be honest with you. And if we actually do this, fixtures, I think Western Bulldogs have a kind run in. If I look at the filters, go by team, go by Western Bulldogs, I think they have a kind run in. If I look at this, so they have Carlton, then they have Adelaide, then they have Swans, Eagles, and then North. So they got 2 tough games, 2 easy games, and a sort of mid-tier game with Carlton. So that would be interesting to see. So I don't think it's the worst run, potentially, but I don't think it's necessarily the best run. But I think it's the best run out of all the girls that I could find. So we went through Schultz, O'Dear, Moles, Hammond, Stewart's 53, Ewing's 50, Maloney, Borg, Dunn, Johnson, Kirk, Phillips. She just had a horrific time, 100% time on ground for a 38. She's just not getting in the role, and that's time to trade her out, as she's lost 200k in the last 2 weeks, and that's just not feasible. So we got to trade her out now. And yeah, so that pretty much is the video there, as there's not much else to talk about, and I want to get these videos out for you guys sort of quickly. So that's the video, and I guess if I switch back there, that's the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one, which will be the, let's just see up here, Collingwood, Essendon. North GWS will probably be released also on the Tuesday, and then Wednesday you'll see Hawthorn, Brisbane, Adelaide, Gold Coast, as we have Friday. I think Friday is the first game, so I'm able to backlog it a little bit after not being able to upload on Monday. So that's the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.